Todd Dean, check it in. I'm in the middle of my workout and I was thinking about this topic. I thought it was relevant. You know, we live in this society where we have a lot of judgment. We still have prejudice. We still have racism. And I was like, man, where does this stuff come from? And I thought of the story that happened to me years ago. I lived in Seattle for 27 plus years. I lived in downtown Seattle for many of those years. And I lived in an area called Belltown. And so one day I was taking a taxi from, one place to another. And this was before Uber. Yes, I better put a plug in for Lyft too. But anyways, before those guys. And it was a yellow cab, jumped in, and it was, this it looked like an Indian guy. And I said, hey, where are you from? He goes, I'm from Somalia. Now, I could have easily gone to the judgment of Somalia with what happened with our troops there, the outcome of that, which was not very good. In fact, it was bad. But instead, I was just treating him like any other human being that I know. And he goes, where are you from? Which I was surprised because, I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. So I go, well, I grew up in Montana. And he goes, Montana? He goes, I got a good story about Montana. He goes, I was a cabbie in New York for many years. And he said, when I was there, he goes, I decided to move my family to Seattle. And the other cab driver said, hey, listen, when you're driving across the U.S., do not stop in Montana because we'll never hear from you again. And the cabbie's like, he was scared for his life. So I don't know if you know, but Montana is called the Big Sky State, and that's for a reason because it's big. So the guy runs out of gas outside of Butte, Montana, which couldn't be a tougher town, right? And runs out of gas on the side of the highway, and this gentleman in this truck, flatbed truck, pulls up, says, hey, can I help you? And the cabbie and the guy's like, yeah. He goes, I ran out of gas. And the guy's like, oh, hey, hop in. We'll go get some gas. So he takes him into Butte, Montana. They have lunch. They get the gas. The guy takes him back. They end up building this relationship, for a short period of time. And he goes on to Seattle. And he goes, had that situation not happened, he goes, I would have been prejudiced towards Montanans. Now, I thought, God, what a great story. And so really, who are we to judge? Is it our place to judge others? I don't think so. I think we're actually more alike than we are different. So let's set aside some of those differences, those prejudices, the racism, let's treat each other as human beings with love and respect. And so with that, I got to get back to my workout. Todd Dean,